EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Ready? 95, 56.
On first down, Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay, and he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 41.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, foxtrot. Shoot.
Block now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. On second down, here's Locke. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Phillip Lindsay An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quick.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Bree's going to throw. And here's another Now the ball comes loose, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, Echo. Five.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's going to launch it for Washington. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. James Washington, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Flush to his right. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready. 90, Wolf.
56 is the mark.
Hey, Charlie. Ready.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lindsey. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Let's go. 8, Reed. Pilot, 64, weak. Down.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, block. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Saints.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Let's go, baby.
Breeze now on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Play action. Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They run it with Carson. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. It's caught by Aguilar. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Check three.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. They look to throw. It's locked. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's locked. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 33 yards that time. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's now 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, D.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 38, Locke. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Locke now to throw. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st down, it's Carson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Breeze to throw. That's caught by Kelly. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
Ready. Yellow lady. Hey. 5-9.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Chris Jones able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This is Carson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 25, check 25, check 25. Slam.
On play action, it's Breeze. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Airing it out for Hamilton. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
General West.
He's coming.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Now watch run. 56.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And they're going to him him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, then you'll just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Buying time to his left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
15, Ronnie. 15 line.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
On the ready.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Another run by Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Right here. Check.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Ready?
56. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Ready?
Locke, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching